So I've got to review The Last Thing this week.
Yeah.
What am I going to review?
I don't know.
What has come out this weekend?
Oh, shit, no!
That people are...
You can go into spoilers
very controversial.
now.
I'm not going to go into spoilers.
You can go into spoilers now.
because it's only been a few days, and, if
might
we
ruin
want
it for our
spoilers,
fans.
they can go to my Film Dump site. See what I'm doing there? Cross-promotion.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, if you want spoilers, you can go to the Film Dump and you can read my rant, which made one person angry.
Yeah,
He wasn't happy. He apologised, though.
Did he?
Yeah, he apologised earlier. But yeah, Batman vs Superman came out this week after multiple years of hype. The sequel to Man of Steel, where Superman takes second
What was
billing.
the first bit of advertising for this?
The first bit of advertising?
Yeah.
It's when they went and just showed the logo.
No, I Am Legend.
Oh. Well, yeah. but Batman vs Superman was a film they wanted to make in the late 90s.
Alright.
Yeah, they wanted to... Originally, the rumour was that Tim Burton's Superman was going to lead to a crossover film with Batman. That was the original idea. And then George Miller's Justice League was going to come about, and that didn't happen. Imagine George Miller's Justice League.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. They were literally about to film. They had sets built.
I know.
And costumes done.
And then he didn't want to do it.
No, it went wrong. It all went wrong. Someone wussed out. No, he didn't back out. It was like the whole thing just fell. They just pulled their funding. And then Marvel were like, hey, let's make an Avengers. But yeah, Batman vs Superman.
Let's make a good movie.
Batman vs Superman tells the story of a very bizarre Superman who isn't really Superman. He wasn't Superman in Man of Steel, was he? Really?
No.
Like Superman is the great understander. He's always like, he has the powers of a god, but he doesn't try to lord it over people. He goes, look, you got a problem? Cool. Let's talk about this. Superman at no point ever talks about problems in these Superman films.
No.
And after the end of the last film, where he failed miserably to take Zod away from an occupied city, and destroyed large parts of it, which I'm going to blame the people in Metropolis as well, though, because there's scenes where they're like, oh no, we should get out of here. And it's like the building in front of them is falling to pieces. And they're like, you should get out of here. This film starts off, right?
Sounds like a comedy.
This film starts off with Bruce Wayne running along, watching the destruction, and he has to call a guy in the building, says, evacuate the building. The guy's like, okay, everyone evacuate. It's like, it's literally one street away. that cars are being lifted up and smashed into the ground. It actually starts with a flashback to Bruce Wayne's origin. There's a nice thematic element of the film Excalibur from 1981. Like the film that's playing in the theatre when they leave is Excalibur.
Okay.
And there's a bit at the end which recreates certain elements of the Arthurian legend, specifically one of the last moments of the film Excalibur. But I'm not going to spoil that stuff because it'd be spoils.
Yeah.
But I don't like how they did the Bruce Wayne's origin. Thomas Wayne protects Bruce from Joe Chill, gets shot in the process, wife gets killed. He takes a swing at Joe Chill here and then gets killed and falls to the ground. And then Martha's like, stop, and his gun gets caught on Martha's necklace.
What?
And he fires the gun, and that's what breaks the necklace. So you have the pearls dropping on the floor, and then they collapse. Like,
what? This sounds stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't really work the same way.
No.
It's not in an alleyway, it's out in the middle of a street. So I'm sure there's witnesses everywhere.
Like,
a film just ended. Like, surely shitloads of people were on the street. But no.
Wait, they were going to see a film in this one instead of a play?
Yeah, it came out of cinema. It's a cinema in some versions. It was a cinema in Tim Burton's one.
No, it was a play.
No, it was a cinema in Tim Burton's one, yeah. But yeah, that's a bit messed up. There's some stuff they've done really well in this film, though. Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne Batman is probably the first time where he's equal parts Bruce Wayne and Batman. Like, sort of Michael Keaton's my favourite Batman, but he's, like, at times he comes across like a manic Bruce Wayne.
Michael Keaton's my favourite Batman in Batman, but in Batman Returns, he's not Batman.
He's barely in Batman Returns, though.
That's
one of the things I love. One of the things I love about Batman Returns is that it's more like Batman's this mythical thing who comes in and fucks up the stuff for the bad guys, but it's all about the bad guys' adventure.
First scene in Batman, the original Batman, Michael Keaton, is the two criminals discussing Batman. Yeah. And that sets everything up. You don't need any more information.
Who are you?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Michael Keaton couldn't bend his neck in that film, bless him, but he still made Batman seem imposing, didn't he?
Yeah. It's always best.
It's at the end when the Joker's on top of a building. He actually bends the entire his knees and then
he just does his back in.
Yeah.
Just after Joker falls, he just has a scene of Batman with his hand on his back going, But,
I need to go see my bat chiropractor.
Batfleck's pretty Batflecky. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a sequence where he has to beat up a whole bunch of thugs, which sneakily, one of the thugs, which most people probably know, is KG Beast. It's the guy KG Beast who was in Arrow. Alexei Kineyev, or whatever his name is. But yeah, he's a pretty good Batman. I think I've got no problems with how he plays him. Some people have moaned. This is slight. I don't think this counts as spoilers. Batman kills some people in this.
Yeah, no, a lot of people know this.
Yeah, but he kills people in every Batman film. Like, he strapped a bomb to a guy's stomach, a clown's stomach, and threw him off a balcony in Batman Returns.
How does he kill this? How does he kill the person?
It's always like he's shooting a car and the car blows up.
Oh, okay.
Some guy's got a grenade, he bats it backwards towards the guy, and the guy tries to grab it and blows himself up.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's stabbing people in the throat. It's like they're carrying something, they've done something, and his response has blown them up. Usually they get blown up. He knocks a car over upside down with two guys in it, straps a grappling hook to the car, and drags the car through the streets, and then launches it in the air, so it'll fly over his Batmobile and land on top of another car.
Is there any the only question I have about the new film, because it was featured so heavily in the trailers, was the idea that Robin existed in this universe?
Yeah, you only see briefly when he's walking around the Batcave at one point. You see the suit on the wall. There's a whole bunch of little Easter eggs in the Batcave, little tiny little nods. I want to know what these modern Warner Brothers films have against friggin' Wayne Manor. Why is it always getting destroyed and burnt to the ground? In this one, Wayne Manor's just like in a state of disrepair. It's just this shell of what used to be Wayne Manor. Lord knows what's happened that's caused it to fall apart, but anyway, Batman wants to fight Superman because Superman's too powerful. He thinks, oh god, he's got the power to destroy us all, so if there's a 1% chance that he's evil, we should stop him. Meanwhile, Clark's like, this Bat Vigilante's a bad person. He's bad. He's a vigilante. We can't have vigilantes around. How can anyone possibly take the law into their own hand? Superman doesn't like that. So you got this sort of like messy idea of how they're going to have a conflict. The film takes way too long getting there.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne is looking for something called the White Portuguese. You think it's someone, well, at least he's told Alfred that it's someone who's trafficking women and stuff like that. Turns out the White Portuguese is a vessel that's going to have kryptonite on it, because they found some kryptonite out in Africa or wherever it was, not Africa, in India, where the other one they destroyed collapsed.
Yeah.
The world generator, which is just left in the ocean.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get the kryptonite. There's a whole sequence, the car chase sequence, where he's going to get the kryptonite. Superman turns up, he crashes his car into Superman, goes flying, and does the whole, next time they fly the light in the sky, don't you come, and all that, and he flies off. That scene serves no purpose. The whole point of that scene is Batman wants to get the kryptonite that Lex Luthor's going to have. If he had got that kryptonite then, we'd be in the exact same place we were 5 scenes later when he just stole the kryptonite from LexCorp. Like, nothing else happened. We knew Batman and Superman weren't going to be buddies. They don't like each other. They've had their warnings and stuff. He just wanted the kryptonite. So nothing changed. And then, 2 minutes before the fight, the actual Superman-Batman fight kicks off, the reason for them fighting changes. Lex Luthor manipulates them into fighting.
What?
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you how, but literally you've spent an hour building up to this fight and then you change the reason for the fight, change the dynamic of the fight at the last minute.
This sounds worse and worse.
Yeah. But it feels like one of those films where it feels like a first pass and like they haven't thought about what they need to trim from the film yet to make it play better.
Zack Snyder's making an extended edition of this, right?
Yeah. But, to be fair, the theatrical cut of Watchmen isn't as good as the director's cut. The extended version works better.
The extended version... Did you ever watch the version with the Black Pearl comic integrated back into it?
They never actually released that.
They did make it, didn't they?
They released a version in the US where it had them both on the disc. But they didn't integrate it into the director's cut version.
I thought that was a planned edit.
Yeah, they never...
It was Zack Snyder who made Watchmen as well, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like from a David Hayter script and an Alan Moore story, so it was...
Fairly highbrow.
He works better when he's got less leeway. The more leeway he's get, like, think about the only film he's done where he's had total control was Sucker Punch.
And that was awful.
Yeah.
And that was really bad.
His obsession with dreams. Dreams that mean nothing.
Yeah.
Like, there's Batman has 3 dream sequences in this film.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the opening sequence is a dream.
Yeah. Which
has him floating up in a load of symbolism everywhere. But yeah, there's one dream sequence which people are going... It's featured in the trailer. Desert Batman fighting armoured troops with Superman symbols on them. Mm-hmm. And an evil Superman turns up and you see the symbol of Apocalypse, the Omega sign. And you're like, oh, he's having a weird dream where Superman's ruling the world or something. And you're like, oh, is that what's going on? Maybe. And then he wakes up, and then some dude's coming through some lightning bolt thing. And he's like, you were right about him all along. Lois is the key, and all this sort of stuff. You can't tell who this dude is. You have to really look carefully. It's the fucking Flash. For some reason, you can barely tell it's him. There's lightning bolts flying everywhere. He's wearing some sort of armour suit thing, and he's got like his red mask on. But he's got scraggly facial hair. Why has the Flash got facial? No superhero should have facial hair.
Except for the Arrow.
That's a no-no. Well, Arrow, you can get away with it. But eventually people know Oliver Queen's the Arrow, don't they, in the comics? Yeah. But that looks stupid. You couldn't tell it was the Flash just by looking at it. There's not even like a subtle lightning bolt seam on his helmet like the Barry Allen in the Flash series has.
Yeah. Why didn't they just have the Flash from the series?
He's really good.
He's so good at it. And you've already got your fucking origin story. So what if it's bright and it's not bright? Just make it so that the films are a couple of years in the future.
He does this bit where he's like, the Flash is some evil. He's bad. You were right about him all along. And then he gets
But why does he come
back
like a ghost?
Yeah, but wait, he sucks back. Then Bruce Wayne wakes up again.
So that's a dream as well.
Or is it? I can't tell. Did he have a dream in a dream? Was this a vision from the future? Why does Batman have a vision of the future? Did the Flash put the vision of the future in his head? Was that a vision of the future? Was that a genuine nightmare?
It's a premonition.
And was the Flash getting into his dream somehow?
So wait, but the problem is that you're questioning this at that point. How does he know about the Omega symbol for Apocalypse?
That's the thing. That's why you'd think, well, if it's a nightmare dream of the future, he doesn't know what parademons and the Omega symbol is.
He sees parademons.
Yeah. Parademons are everywhere in that sequence. So he doesn't know what they are, so it must be a vision from the future.
What the fuck is going on?
It must be a vision from the future. It can't be just a dream.
Let me direct the next one.
Well, Zack Snyder's already busy starting on Justice League.
Yeah, I know somebody's working on the set over there.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a mess. The whole film is a mess. The first hour is drawn out, horrible, like poorly done. When it kicks off, if you want just dumb action movie stuff, the second half of the film's really cool. Like, once the Superman-Batman fight kicks off, it's exactly what you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
And it's just got the most stupid reason for them becoming best friends ever. It's just that typical trivia. I have
already heard. Yeah. I think everybody's heard at this point.
It's just don't worry. I don't want to ruin too much. We all know Doomsday's in it.
Yeah.
Doomsday is like, they did a good job making Doomsday. He's not talking or anything.
Okay.
He is just a big grey monster.
Yeah.
But they did represent Doomsday the way he's supposed to be. As not
so, like,
unkillable.
when he gets punched, he grows bones to cover up the areas.
He basically, like, every time they try to kill him, he, like, gets stronger. That big orange glow thing you see?
Yeah.
That's a burst that goes off whenever he regenerates, and every time it gets bigger and more dangerous. But one thing I thought was quite interesting towards it, I'm getting into spoilers now, I've been trying to avoid spoilers. One thing that's quite interesting I thought was that in this film, for the second half of the film, the amount of times you'll hear the phrase, it's unpopulated, there's no one there, this is a safe place. Like, it's as if they're going, oh, remember when we killed half of Metropolis? No, we're not doing that in this one. And everyone praised Avengers because throughout Avengers Age of Ultron, for all its faults, they kept rescuing people.
Oh yeah, they kept trying to save people.
Tony Stark was like, how many people are in that building? No one. Can we buy it? Yeah.
Quicksilver, one of the possibly most powerful members of the Avengers, died saving two normal people, Hawkeye and a kid.
Yeah.
He sacrificed himself. He was an actual hero, whereas Superman lasered the shit out of everyone.
Wayne Tab, just eye lasers everywhere.
Was it actually Superman who killed?
Yeah, you see him smash into it and see lasers flying out of it, and one of the guys Bruce Wayne told to evacuate is still in there for whatever reason. He's like praying to God and lasers are bursting up all around behind him.
Zack Snyder. Let's quickly segue. Zack Snyder. He's a man who...
He needs someone in control of him.
He is not a director. He's an artistic designer.
He deals with imagery.
He's aesthetics.
Yeah.
He is not script.
We started off with music videos and adverts, didn't he? So
he's not scripts. He is not...
Did he write the screenplay in this one? I think he wrote it, didn't he?
Him and his brother.
That'll explain a lot.
Yeah. He's not a writer.
No.
He's not really a director. I wouldn't even put him in charge of second unit. I would say he is an art designer.
Yeah.
He is a stage...
I think he'd probably make a good cinematographer.
Designer. Maybe, actually. But the problem is that...
Because he can make a shot look good.
Yeah.
But he needs to stop with the symbolism. The fifth time Superman flies down slowly from the skies and everyone looks up at wonder, we've already got everything.
We know that he can do that.
He starts to look like an asshole when people are on top of a building and it's flooding and they're going, save me, Superman. And they're not moving in slow motion, but he's just taking his sweet time.
You know...
He's an egotist, that Superman.
You know, in the trailer as well, the Wonder Woman...
Yeah.
The scene where she goes to attack Doomsday, she jumps, and then there's a dolly zoom.
Oh, yeah, it goes... Whomp.
Yeah. To show her impacting on Doomsday. What?
That whole sequence, I've had loads of people going on about how much they love that final fight sequence and stuff.
Really?
To me, it was the camera spinning around constantly.
Yeah.
I'm sure lots of exciting stuff was happening.
Yeah.
There was lots of leaping through the air. Batman was like, I'm staying out of this a little bit. I've got one kryptonite gas round left.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold back. And he's like, I need to get this kryptonite spear.
Yeah.
I'm going way into spoilers here, aren't I? But
there's a kryptonite spear now.
Okay, so you remember I mentioned Excalibur?
Yeah.
So there's one weapon that can defeat the evil monster.
Yeah.
And knowing Excalibur, the evil monster is Mordred.
Yeah.
And Arthur needs to defeat him. Only Excalibur can defeat Mordred.
Yeah.
Lois Lane finds the kryptonite spear after managing to get to Batman and Superman's fight and being like, yeah, they'd be buddies. Yeah. She throws the kryptonite spear in a pool of water, a lake of sorts. Yeah. When she realises this Doomsday thing's about, she dives in to get it, but she starts to drown because the building collapses and there's like blocking her off.
Yeah.
And Superman hears her banging.
Yeah.
So he goes and retrieves this weapon from the lake of water. And then charges at Doomsday.
Yeah.
Like all weak and stuff, he's barely managing it, so he's weak and stay, but he's just putting everything he's got into it. Yeah. Stabs Doomsday with a kryptonite spear. Doomsday stabs Superman in the chest.
Yeah.
And then, just like at the end of Excalibur, he grabs the spike that's in him and just pulls himself further along the spike so he can dig it further in.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's like, you've just done Excalibur, that's fine. I get the Arthurian legend in Justice League makes sense.
So they have just done the death of Superman?
Yeah.
Oh. That's disappointing. Because that's my least favourite comic.
So now Batman's setting up the Justice League.
Well, yeah, that's how it always
Death
happens.
of Superman's fine. It's the return of Superman that sucks.
Yeah, because then he comes back blue, and then red,
yeah,
and then Superman.
Mullet Superman, and the Cyborg Superman.
Yeah.
And,
they might have Steel! They might have Shaquille O'Neal, yeah!
I hope so.
That'd be great.
As I say, I'm going to have to put spoiler tag on the description on this.
Probably have to put spoiler tag.
Friggin' the way that they show all the other heroes is just
is it really bad?
Fucking awful.
How do they do it?
So,
I'm never going to see this film in the cinema.
Earlier in the film, Bruce Wayne has tried to hack some data off of LexCorp's server.
Okay.
He's gone to a party to do it.
Yeah.
Because, he was going to break in as Batman, and Alfred was like, well, you've got an invitation.
Yeah.
Jeremy Irons is quite good as Batman, as Alfred.
Yeah, I like Jeremy Irons. I think that's probably...
He's reliable.
I think all of the Batman stuff is fine.
Yeah.
I think if this was a Batman movie, I'd be happy. I'd go see it, but it's not.
But, he's hacked something off the server. Wonder Woman's stolen it. He doesn't know she's Wonder Woman yet. It's just some random sexy lady keeps turning up.
Hot pants.
But she couldn't get into the files. He gets into them. That's when he has the dream. Because you don't want to watch him progress.
Really bad actress.
No, she's fine in it.
Is she?
She's got a thick accent as well, which is quite good.
Yeah.
I like Wonder Woman with an accent. She's not big enough, I think.
No.
But she wouldn't be. She's too tiny in a frame anyway.
Yeah.
But, he hacks into the thing and he sends her an email. And you see on the email these 4 folders. And each of them's got the, DC Comics approved logo of what superhero they belong to. So apparently Lex Luthor decided their names, I guess, or what their branding is.
Jesus.
He sends the file to her because it's like, here's a photo of you. Oh, look, it's a photo of her in 1918. This guitar music's wailing.
Really?
Like that, because that's the theme tune for the Wonder Woman film, I guess. Because it plays again when she turns up. But the friggin'... she's scrolling through the email super slow. Everything on a computer is that... when a computer doesn't look real, when the mouse is moving far too slow, and she's scrolling one line at a time to read the email, and it's spaced out, double spaced. No one double spaces. So then she looks at the other ones, and it's just like a 2-minute sequence of her watching YouTube videos, pretty much. Like, she's watching a video, there's a underwater Aquaman comes out and punches a friggin' drone thing that's underwater, and it flies off. And then you see, like, a convenience store, some guy's robbing it, and you see the Barry Allen's over by the milk, getting some milk, and he goes, boom, boom, and you just see a flash. And the guy gets knocked out, and Barry Allen looks like a fucking hippie. It looks
he's played by
Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, the guy who killed everyone in We Need to Talk About Kevin.
I only recently finished watching that.
It's a good film.
It's a really good film. It's
fucking miserable.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Fucking terrifying.
The bit with Cyborg,
Yeah.
Literally looks like a YouTube fan video.
Really?
You see, like, this body is strapped up on this thing. He's got, like, half an arm and a torso. He's like, oh, he's going to die. Miles Dyson from Terminator is the scientist. That was on purpose. That's, like, such purposeful casting. Cool. And he's like, oh, we can't revive him. It's going to go wrong. And then he's got, like, a mother box. I don't know if from expanded DC universes, the boxes Darkseid has.
Yeah.
And he goes, blah, 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 and it shoots onto him. And he starts, the body guy, torso starts screaming. You see, like, robotic parts building and it cuts out.
Because the thing about...
So the origin of Cyborg
is that he's
YouTube
just a
video.
mother box.
Well, he's been rebuilt by this mother box.
But the problem is the mother box turns you into a parademon.
It's giving him special cyborg body.
But the only reason it did that was because they were studying nanites and nanobots.
Yeah. It definitely looks like a mother box from Omega. If not, he just happened to have a weird floating cube thing.
Why is Zack Snyder an idiot? Why can't he...
Have you seen the videos of him this week, though? He looks so dejected.
I know. Yeah. He keeps stuttering.
And they've been talking about Justice League having a lighter tone now.
Do you remember when he made Sucker Punch and you saw the videos and he seemed quite charismatic and happy? He stammers now.
Yeah.
So it's like, and what we wanted to do. Oh my god, we broke Zack Snyder. Just don't direct
films. He needs people who are going to say, no, we got to do this. It's just silly.
No,
George Miller's producing Justice League, though, isn't he? He's involved in it.
Do you think it's going to be in cars?
I hope so. I want an entire film to be one long car chase.
Yeah.
I'm going to get Mad Max and just, like, superimpose logos onto the vehicles.
I think that they should have not made this movie and spent all the money.
I think with editing, you can make it much more passable.
Yeah, half-hour Batman
Cut out the dream sequences.
No, just half-hour Batman program.
Like, get rid of that whole first encounter between Batman and Superman that just delayed the film from moving forward.
Yep.
Like, with better pacing.
I say just don't make it. But, me.
You should definitely go see it in the cinema.
No.